Hey everyone, this is Canna Corner with Candis Dyer, and we are broadcasted every Monday live from the Candis Dyer Facebook page. We tell cannabis stories and tell people patient stories and get them out there, or injustices, or whatever that's going on. Maybe you got a product that you want to show, or anything like that you'd like to come on and talk about. You can always hit me up at cannacorner20@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook. And if you would like to be a part of the show, you're more than welcome. Also, I wanted to give a big shout out to our sponsors. We have the Human Solution International, of course, and you can find them at thsintl.org. And also KM420 Radio. You can find them at km420radio.com. And then we've got the Wendy Love Edge show. We love her. And WJAE 420 Radio. And then Go Green Botanicals. We love them too. You can find them at gogreen.com, gogreenbotanicals.com. And they are out of, where are they out of? New Braunfels area. And so we love all our sponsors. Big shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. This couldn't be, not only that, but the listeners, y'all. It couldn't be nothing without y'all. Thank you for helping me get this show shared and out there. If you want to catch some past shows, you can find them on my YouTube channel on Canna Corner. And watch my page, see what's going on the Candis Dyer page, as well as the Human Solution on Facebook. We're doing a lot over there. I'm a part of that team and they're amazing. You can find KM420 Radio on Mixler.com. And yeah, I'm love to be a part of that team too. Also, Canna Corner gets replayed every Wednesday on WJAE 420 Radio at 2:00. And then every Sunday at 2:00 on KM420 Radio. I just got asked, am I live now? Hey, yes, I'm live. Hell yeah. He's awesome though. Let me let him know really quick. Okay. Hell yeah. So that's what Canna Corner is. That's what it's all about. That's what we do. And that's our sponsors. So I have so much to tell y'all about. Like, we have been, like I said, working so hard on this mentor program with the Human Solution International. Becca worked her butt off to get the application process set up and to get all the bylaws set up and just everything in place. Craig Cecil has been helping us a lot with, he was a released prisoner after 19 years. So he knows a lot about what he went through and what the prisoners are going to need help with. And he is able to talk and communicate with these prisoners and get them involved and stuff like that. So he's a big asset as well. And then we, of course, Joe Grumbine. I mean, he's amazing. And he is a great team leader and keeping all this together and juggling everything that he does. It's crazy. And then we got Miss Jackie that basically just travels around and whatever needs to be done gets done. She writes amazing articles and all that good shit. So, and then we got Wendy Love Edge that has been helping us with our IG and just her expertise, man. She's an amazing woman and has done a whole lot and has a lot of advice. So with all these people together, joined together, and then the amazing people that are outspread on that, we got Carlos, we got, man, so many people that help. And we are just working our butts off for this mentor program. So we finally got given a few mentors lately, and we've been following up with them, asking them what they need help with and all this good shit. We plan on having Welcome to Mars, which is a podcast, these prisoners to come and tell their story, to get their faces out there, y'all, because some of these people were in there for like a pound of weed, or, you know what I mean? Like shit that we should be caught for right now. We could be in prison right now. So the fact that they're going to prison still when it's legal in some places and they're allowing it in some places, allowing it, really not legal. But we need to get these guys out. We need to get these girls out. We need to get everybody for a cannabis crime out. And they are opening their eyes to this. There has been an inflection, an outpour of people being released lately. It needs to keep happening, and it will, I'm sure, continue happening. And we just want to be those people, their safety net. When they get out, they're dealing with a lot. Craig, for instance, 19 years, okay? 19 years, and he didn't even touch cannabis. He was put in there because he worked on trucks that delivered cannabis. He knew nothing about the cannabis, okay? So 19 years for that. This is instances I'm talking about. Like, these people are in prison. They shouldn't be there right now. They shouldn't have ever went. Like, the drug war was a huge mistake. So we need to fix that. And when they get out, I know y'all know this phone, like, it does everything. You fill out applications, you can order your groceries, you can get on Amazon and order your clothes. Everything is done by phone these days. Like, if you don't know how to use this or get around the computer and all that, you're lost. And they just boot them out. And yes, they offer help. But let me tell you this, when you're a felon, you can't get any of that government help. That housing sheet they give them to get help, it's outdated. It's not right. So they'll tell them, oh, one of the guys that I'm talking to, they told him, oh yeah, these will help you, even though you're a felon. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And he gets out, and no, they're not going to help him. He's a felon. He can't get government housing. He can't get food stamps. He can't get any of that. He can't vote because he's a felon, and was a felon for cannabis. You see what I'm saying? So these people are getting thrown out on their ass, and wonder why our rate of prisoners going back is so high, because they're overwhelmed. They don't know where to go next. They've been told when to go to the bathroom, when to eat. All their food's been prepared for them for some cases longer, but 19 years, y'all. Imagine that. Imagine getting used to a way of life, because the rules are totally different in prison. You either follow these rules, you're not even allowed to mix race. This is how it is. And if you do, you get a target on your back. My son, for instance, was one of those people who didn't listen to that, and he had to figure out a way to stay safe in prison, because he wasn't not going to talk to a Mexican guy because he's the color of his skin. I mean, come on. But they learn that way of life, is what I'm saying. They get institutionalized. And when this happens, it is very hard for them to come back in our society and get reacclimated into the way things are here now. And I say now because everything's changed, man. 19 years, Craig said, even the money looked like Monopoly money when he got out. He was like, what is this? And the quarters are all different. Like, back then they were all the same. So, I mean, it's confusing, little things that we don't think about. Just simple, having to see your parole officer. You know what I mean? He's used to being woke up for that. He's used to, now he's got to set an alarm and welcome to the real world. And that's why we call this Welcome to Mars, this podcast we got coming out. Because Craig said, I literally felt like I stepped out on another planet. I felt like I was on Mars. We were like, welcome to Mars. So that is, if you want to see some of these faces of these people that we are helping, that is a great way to go and get to know those people. Of course, we're going to have them on Canna Corner and Cup of Joe and stuff like that. We want to hear what the difficulties are so we can help them. Man, this one dude's dealing with $2,000 in tickets. Can't get his driver's license until those are paid. He's been locked up for all these years, and he's trying to get a job and get back on his feet, but he don't have the $2,000 for his tickets to be paid off and stuff like that. You know, taking up a GoFundMe for this guy and getting him some help. Groceries, like when they boot him out, they ain't got clothes. Some of these people lost their family because weed was the devil's lettuce, right? It's bad. So some of these people go in and their family just cut them off. You're in there for drugs. You did that on your own. That's bad. You shouldn't be doing that kind of thing. So when they get out, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got a roof over their head. They've lost everybody. And some of them are lucky and come, and that's why we do it on a case-to-case basis. We hit them up. Hey, what is it that you need help with right now to keep you going and keep you out? And we give them resources like jobs that hire felons. Thank you, Carrie Cannon, for sending me that. Different food banks in their area that will help them, different clothing. I mean, working with them to not just throwing money at them, but actually working with them, and someone that understands them. Someone, hey, you got a probation appointment tomorrow. Are you ready for it? Do you need anything? Do you need gas? Do you need a ride? Do you need an Uber? Do you need that kind of stuff? That kind of stuff, y'all. So that's what this mentor program is about. We've been working so hard getting it built, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to find out if we got comments over here, so I'm getting on here. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Paula, Low Fuzz. Yes, Low Fuzz, I would like to get you on Welcome to Mars. Hit me up. I would love for you to come and join us over there and talk about all the stuff that you dealt with. Not only getting out of prison that's hard, but the PTSD and stuff that these guys are coming out with, because it really is a different whole life over there, y'all. People that aren't criminals, we assume that the prisons are separating the really bad murderers from the people who were caught with an ounce of pot, but they're not. We are putting these people in with murderers, with violent criminals, and just throwing them in there to the wolves with all these, and these are good people. Just because they got caught with pot doesn't make them a bad person. Doesn't mean that they should be thrown in there like that and gotten rid of. And so, y'all, they've been through a lot, and the least we can do is give them a stepping stone up, be a mentor for them and guide them and ask them, how can I help you? And all that stuff, y'all. It's really important. We assume a lot in America. We're told that the prisoners are fed right. The prisoners get a hot meals. They got plenty of water. They're getting showers. They're getting medical attention. People will joke, "Oh, you're going to jail for 6 months. Get your teeth fixed. Oh, get your education. Go." All this stuff is not really offered. And when it is, they work them so hard. How are they supposed to study? Like, they're working them for pennies and slave labor. Like, it would be illegal to do that out here, but they are working every day to pay for this. And I mean, I watched a documentary one time, and I believe it was Louisiana, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, where they had a prison where they were actually joking and laughing and proud of the fact that they actually fed the prisoners on less money than they do the dogs. Come on, y'all. These are people. These are human beings. That's not funny. And y'all get plenty of money from the phone calls that come in that you're charging family for to talk to them, for your commissary, for your free labor that you're getting, to not feed them wrong, to not give them the proper food, to not give them the proper medical attention. Craig Cecil got denied his insulin because he was in trouble. He is looking at maybe losing his leg now. The problem is these private prisons, y'all, they're only for money. And man, I could go on and on about it. But yes, we got a solution for these people that are getting out. Unfortunately, I can't erase all their time in prison. I can't change any of that. I can fight to get these guys out, girls, people out that are in there now for bullshit pot crap. And once they're out, we can be that safety net to help these people. And so it's really important. Our team is really, really passionate about this. If you would like to help be a mentor, or calling all volunteers for this, if this is something that is passionate and that you think that you could do good, set me up with one of those guys. I can do that. I can be set there for somebody to call if they need something, or if you think that this is something that you could be interested in, hit up the Human Solution International at thsintl.org. We are calling all volunteers at this moment to get things going. I know we just hooked up with Justin, dude. I'm so excited to working with you. And we're going to get a scissor reel all done up for that. And y'all just stay tuned. We got a lot going on. I know it's been difficult to keep y'all up to date on everything with all that's going on, but there really is some amazing stuff in the works, and we're really excited, and we need help. So volunteers, we need you. If you are interested, let us know. You don't just have to be a mentor. Maybe you're good at computer editing. Maybe you're good at writing letters. Like if a guy's going up for parole and you think, I support this person, nobody should be in jail for a plant, very respectfully send this, in or whatever. Maybe you're good at that. Maybe you'd like to join and help with that. There are so many things you could help with. So you definitely don't have to just do that, but calling all volunteers for whatever you can do that you can help. I know we've got a legal team that we're working on. Michael is involved with that. He's an amazing attorney. He is pro cannabis. He's out here in Texas. He works in several states, and he's an amazing lawyer that supports cannabis and can help give legal advice and stuff like that. So we got him all in there. So if there's any more lawyers out there that would like to help with our legal team on getting some of these guys out of prison, some of these people out of prison, so that we can start picking them up and getting them back on their feet, that would be great. We can't do this alone. We need people to help. And so, yeah, calling all people. Hell yeah. I know, right, Low Fuzz? Yeah, he was in, Low Fuzz says that he was in for 6 years, 26 to 32, and it was enough to screw him up. In Texas, there is no pay, slave labor. Wow. I'm telling you, I went into that prison and you could tell all the prisoners were put to work. Like their countertops to come in there. Have you ever seen the way that they do the board and they put a hole through it and they pour that epoxy stuff and it makes it look like a river? Their whole counters were like that. That shit would cost what? Thousands of dollars to do that to your house out here nowadays, but for free. They get it for free. And all their walls were done up in this nice wood where you do the burning thing. You know what I mean? All these guys are doing this for free. And yes, they are learning a trade maybe or whatever, but you're not helping them get on their feet once they're out to do that trade. All you care about is that they're doing your free slave labor. Sorry, but that's true. Not sorry, for sure. Qualifying for appointments. Paula said, try being a 61st time offender. Wow. Qualify for apartments. She said, yeah, you can't qualify for a lot of stuff when you need help. You need help. There's a lot of obstacles that they have. And I'm really excited about this. I really hope everybody else will be excited about it and get involved. If you want to donate, we're looking for cannabis business sponsors. So if you own a grow or if you have a shop, a cannabis, if you're making money on cannabis and you would like to help, it's a tax write-off. We are a 501c3 and a 504. Yeah, both of those. So it's a tax write-off to any donations that are given, and all those donations go to help these people when they get out. For instance, this guy that has tickets, or a guy that needs his fridge filled for a minute so that he can get a job and get whatever it is that they need. You know what I mean? So cool. Yes, I definitely wanted to talk to y'all about that. I have a list here. Mentor program, check. Wendy Love Ed show, y'all. I don't know if y'all got a chance to check out the Wendy Love Ed show or not, the new season 6, but it is awesome. We got Brandon Lee on there as a co-host. We got Teddy on there. We got a doctor, forgive me, I can't remember his name. Several people every week that do this show and put in so much work, and it really is awesome. And they put me in Mile High News. So I do a newscast, cannabis newscast every week, and it gets broadcasted on Fayetteville television, Fayetteville. I don't know why I always want to call it Fayetteville, but Fayetteville public television. And I know the last, oh man, I don't know if y'all heard about this article or not, but three armored trucks carrying money from dispensaries to wherever they're putting them, because they're, that banks aren't an option a lot of times. So some of them are like stuffing the money in their walls or whatever. So it was traveling from point A to port B. And there was something going on with the sheriffs calling the FBI and saying, hey, they're picking up all their cash on this day. This is how they do it. They'll be traveling on this road at this time. And so what happens? These armored trucks are driving over $1 million in cash. Over $1 million in cash was in these trucks. And they didn't do anything wrong. Didn't swerve. Didn't have a brake light out. None of those things that you have to do to get pulled over like that. They just pulled them over and they took all their money. Didn't write nobody tickets. Didn't take nobody to jail. Just took the money. So this is why I said this is California, where it's legal that this is happening. So I start doing some investigation. And the reason I'm talking about this is one of the articles we talked about on Mile High News. And I'm just trying to give you all a little taste of it. But I investigated further on that. And it turns out the money, the $1 million they got out of those trucks, guess what that had? Guess where that goes? 80% of the $1 million that they got goes to the sheriff's office to do with what they see fit. The other, I bet you anything, goes back to the FBI. We have got mob-like people, and I say mob-like people because that's what the mob did, would go in and bully people for their money and their product, right, and take it away, and then you're stuck there with nothing. You started this business, were told it was legal. Now you can't put your money in a bank. Now you can't, there's all these stipulations, and they can come in and take anything they want from you at any time. Hey, Amanda, how are you doing, love? So, I mean, it's not right. And until it's federally legal, it's not legal anywhere. The feds can come in and take it at any moment. So, man, a big shout out to these people who are doing this and opening the door to these cannabis businesses being around, because they are taking a huge risk, y'all. A huge risk. At any moment, they could lose everything. It just, if the sheriff decides they want 80% of your profit, let's go pull them over for no reason and take their money. That's the stuff that we talk about on Mile High News. I know we went over the Super Bowl and the halftime show and just all these amazing news articles and what Cannabis does for you. I think next week we're going to be doing hemp and all the amazing products that can be made with it, and how it's the savior to your, oh my God, plastic deal in the ocean. Like, it's biodegradable plastic. It's the savior to your gas prices being $5 a gallon. It's the savior for, God, so much stuff. Radiation being taken out of the soil. Man, there's so much that hemp can do. And so we talk about that on next week's show. You can check it out every Wednesday. It normally gets released on her Wendy Love Edge YouTube channel at around 7, 8 o'clock, because it's going on the TV station first, and then it gets released to YouTube. And so please go check that out. Go show Wendy some love and support. I'm very proud to be a part of the team, and I look forward to keep doing it all season. Love it. Brandon, Lee, and Wendy are funny as and then Teddy, Miss Teddy. Oh my God, she's hilarious. So y'all will love it. Go check it out if you haven't already. Next up, KM420 Radio, y'all. You can find them on Mixlr.com. Got, oh man, over 100,000 listeners, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all y'all's love and support. We couldn't do any of that without you. It gives us an outlet to get these cannabis podcasts out there, and more out there than just Facebook or YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, out there. And they play every Sunday. Wendy Love Edge, Seth, Walk a Mile with Seth, I believe Tanya Sand, my Canna Corner, Joe's show, Cup of Joe. So every Sunday, that's what it is. It's a cannabis education day. And then the rest of the time, we got Miss Brandy Patrice, I believe an hour of her too, all her music. And she comes on and DJs with that. And then we got music most of the time, like great music, stoner music, great, all different kinds, country, rap, rock, all kinds of stuff. And they really do have a good taste. We have a really good taste in music, and just a great station to listen to and support. So if you haven't checked out KM420 Radio yet, please go to km420radio.com. Go look them up on Mixlr. You can find them on Facebook and IG as well. And hell yeah. So I know I'm running a little short. I've talked about pretty much everything that I had to say, I think. Oh, let me go ahead and say this. Carlos, okay, y'all. We know how hard it is. I know I made a short video about it this week. But, okay, when we start supporting cannabis, we lose a lot of people. Like, my dad is a pastor. I lost that whole side of the family because I am supporting the devil's lettuce, and sometimes, activists are nothing but trouble and they cause fights, and oh my God, I hear all kinds of stuff. So I've lost many, many people along this ride of supporting cannabis, but I have gained an amazing cannabis family, not only on Facebook, but people that come to see me every day that I would have never had or met unless I was doing this. So we may lose a few people, but we're going to gain so much more. And I want y'all to know that you can go check out that YouTube if you want to, not YouTube, that video on my page, Candis Dyer Facebook page, and go look up his credentials, Carlos Lopez, and he's on Facebook. Go show him some love because he's lost some support of his nonprofit by supporting cannabis and prisoners getting out. And so go show him some love. Show him what us cannabis family people can do and how we love and support each other. And we understand, you're going to lose some people, but you're going to gain so much more, and you're in the right. Like, when this is all said and done, cannabis will be free. It's taking forever, but it will happen. And they're wrong. That's the point. Stand up. You're wrong. This helps so many ways. Like, we figured it out. You've been lying to us. Like, this helps. And you're in the right. So keep sticking with it. Keep trying to make a difference. Anything y'all do, when y'all share a post or if y'all comment, all that helps your algorithms go up, and anything that you do like that can help, even if you can't get out and physically work, because I know a lot of people can't. But for real, y'all, cannabis is good, and we know it, and we got to shout it from the rooftops, and we got to tell everybody, because people are dying because they don't understand. They don't know that cannabis could help them. And love the plant. It saved my life. Methamphetamines, y'all. I was a needle user 20 years ago. Haven't used since. All the medicine, pharmaceuticals that I've gotten off of, Xanax, Trazodone, all those psych medicines that I took for years. They told me I had all these labels and issues and problems and needed to take all these pills. All these years I wasted being on those pills and addicted and loopy and not remembering stuff. And all those years could have been avoided if I was allowed to smoke weed, because that's all I needed. Like, it grounds me, it levels me out, it makes my anxiety go away, my depression. I mean, yeah, all that stuff still happens, but it takes the edge off, and it keeps me sober, and it keeps me off those meds, and it keeps me off drugs that I use to cover my pain from past. I mean, there's reasons people become addicts. They don't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to stick a needle in my arm and be dependent on this drug forever, or be sick and maybe die because I ain't got this medicine that I'm addicted to now. Like, and so, yeah, it saved my life. And I have to tell everybody, I don't have a choice. I have to get out there. I don't care who I lose. I don't care who doesn't agree with me. We might not be able to agree on everything. Nobody agrees with somebody on 100% of everything. There's always going to be something that you can find that you don't agree with on a person. But just because you can't agree on one thing doesn't mean that you just throw that whole relationship in the trash and not work together to fight for this thing we all do believe in. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. So that's the show for today, y'all. Next week, we got Justin. Oh, I don't want to mess your name up. Mackie. I've been avoiding saying his last name. I need to ask him. I will be making the flyer for that tonight. He will be on next Monday, or this coming up Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, live from the Candis Dyer Facebook page. He is an amazing guy. He got put in jail for cannabis, and he's going to come tell a story. Can't wait. Mahachek. Mahachek. Justin Mahachek. Hell yeah. So stay tuned for that, y'all. It's going to be a great show, and I will see y'all later. Peace.